Your pain wasn't a mistake, it was a message. Let me tell you something straight. That pain you carry, it wasn't random, it wasn't punishment, it wasn't some cosmic accident meant to break you. It was a message, a signal, a wake-up call screaming, there's more inside you. But too often we miss it. We drown it out with distraction, numb it with noise, or curse it like it's our enemy. But what if pain was the teacher life sent because nothing else could get through to you? Pain doesn't show up to shame you, it shows up to shape you. If you're still breathing, the message isn't over. What if the worst thing that happened to you was actually the beginning? What if that moment that broke you was the moment that birthed the real you? What if the betrayal, the heartbreak, the loss, what if all of it was the start, not the end? Think about it. How many people do you admire who didn't go through something hard? Almost none. Because pain has a strange way of revealing strength. It strips away the surface and forces you to find your core. The worst thing that happened to you might just be the reason you're going to rise. So ask yourself, was it the end of you or the making of you? Pain is a forge, not a prison. You're being refined, not destroyed. Pain is fire, but it's not here to burn you down. It's here to burn off what's holding you back. Think of metal. Before it becomes a blade, it's beaten, bent, and heated over and over again. That forge doesn't destroy it, it strengthens it. That's you. You're not trapped. You're being shaped. Every hard moment is pressure that's pressing something greater out of you. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. So stop looking at the fire like it's your enemy. It might just be the only thing strong enough to bring the warrior out of you. The real enemy is not pain, it's wasted pain. Pain is part of life, no one escapes it. But here's the truth, most people run from pain without purpose as pain wasted. And that's the real loss. Not that it hurt, but that nothing came from it. That you cried, you suffered, and you learned nothing. That's the real enemy. Not what they did, not what you lost, but letting the pain pass and change nothing. You already paid the price. Don't leave without the lesson. Don't walk away from fire and stay the same. If you've been through it, then let it mean something. Let it build something. Pain is a signal, not a life sentence. Pain isn't proof that you're broken. It's proof that you're still alive, still fighting, still in it. It's a signal, not a sentence. When something hurts, it means something matters. It means something still needs healing, attention, or strength. But too many people mistake pain for punishment. They think if it hurts, they did something wrong. No, pain is feedback. It's your body, your soul, your spirit saying we're not done yet. It's the alarm clock for your growth. When you feel nothing, you've given up. When you feel pain, you're still in the ring. You're still moving. So stop letting it make you bitter. Let it make you better. Pain isn't here to paralyze you. It's here to point you toward what needs to change, what needs to grow, and what needs to be fought for. If you're hurting, it means you're still in the fight, and that fight still matters. If you're feeling it, you're healing. Ever had a broken bone? Ask a doctor what happens during recovery. The pain doesn't go away instantly. It flares up. Why? Because the healing process has begun. That aching isn't destruction, it's construction. Your body is rebuilding stronger than it was before. The same goes for your life. That emotional weight, that pressure you feel every time you get up in the morning, that's healing at work. The fact that it still hurts doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're on your way through. Numbness isn't progress. Feeling is. When you're in pain, don't assume you're failing. Recognize that your spirit is realigning. Your heart is stitching itself together, and your strength is being rebuilt, piece by piece. Pain is often the proof that things are being set right. You may not feel better today, but healing has already begun. Don't mistake pain for a problem. It's part of the process. Comfort is a cage. Growth lives in discomfort. Let me say this plain. Comfort is a trap. It feels good, but it keeps you small. It keeps you quiet. It keeps you safe and stuck. Growth doesn't live there. Growth lives in discomfort, in the awkward, in the painful, in the stretch. The place where it's hard to breathe, hard to focus, and easy to quit. That's the exact place where change begins. That's where muscles are built. That's where courage is born. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid discomfort, and because of that they avoid growth. They avoid the risk, the challenge, the breakthrough. But if you want to evolve, you've got to leave the cage of comfort. You've got to walk straight into the fire of discomfort and stay there long enough to be reshaped. You weren't meant to live soft and safe. You were built to grow, and growth only lives on the other side of hard. Would you really trade growth for easy? Ask yourself honestly. Would you rather stay safe or grow strong? Would you trade who you could become for the comfort of who you are right now? Easy never built anything worth keeping. So if you're chasing comfort, understand what you're giving up. Growth costs, but staying the same, that costs more. Pain teaches, pain toughens, pain transforms. Pain is a teacher. It reveals what matters. It sharpens what's weak. It burns away the excess. It doesn't just toughen you, it tests you. And when you pass that test, you come out transformed, stronger, sharper, clearer. Pain doesn't ruin you. It reveals you. It doesn't break you. It builds you. Let it do its job. Let it teach. Let it toughen. Let it transform. You've been taught to escape pain, not embrace it. From the moment you were old enough to feel discomfort, you were told to run from it. Distract yourself. Entertain yourself. Numb yourself. Keep scrolling. Keep eating. Keep consuming. Just don't feel it. That's what the world taught you. Not how to sit with pain. Not how to learn from it. Just how to escape it. But that mindset doesn't build strength. It builds weakness. Discipline has been replaced with distraction. Endurance replaced with entertainment. But here's the truth. No one tells you escaping pain doesn't save you. It softens you. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you reinforce the lie that pain is something to be feared. But pain isn't the enemy. Avoidance is. You can't build a meaningful life while constantly running from discomfort. You weren't made to escape. You were made to endure, to rise, to overcome. But first you have to unlearn what the world taught you about pain. We crave dopamine, but we were built for discipline. You're not broken because you want comfort. You've just been trained to chase quick hits of pleasure. Dopamine over discipline. Ease over effort. We live in a world wired for instant gratification. One click and you get a like, a laugh, a distraction. But none of that builds anything lasting. It's a trap. It keeps you chasing highs while your purpose gets buried. Here's the hard truth. You weren't built for constant stimulation. You were built for structure, for struggle, for the kind of work that stretches you. Discipline isn't punishment. It's power. It's choosing what matters most over what feels good now. Dopamine fades, but the strength you build from showing up when it's hard, that lasts. So stop chasing the next hit of feel good. Start chasing the deeper win, becoming the person pain is trying to build in you. The world doesn't need more comfort seekers. It needs more warriors. Avoid pain, and you avoid purpose. Avoiding pain might keep you comfortable, but it also keeps you small. Because here's the truth. Your purpose is hiding on the other side of discomfort. Every time you run from pain, you run from the very thing that was designed to sharpen you. You don't become who you were meant to be by playing it safe. You become that person by walking through the fire, not around it. Pain reveals what you're made of. It shows you what needs to change. It introduces you to strength you never knew you had. But if you numb it, if you bury it, you never learn. You never grow. And worse, you never discover what you're truly here for. Pain has a purpose, but if you avoid it, you avoid your purpose. You can either stay comfortable and stuck, or uncomfortable and free. You don't find yourself in the easy moments. You find yourself in the hard ones. What if your struggle is the answer to your prayer? What if the thing you've been begging for, strength, clarity, peace, purpose, is showing up wrapped in struggle? What if your prayer was answered, but not in the package you expected? You asked for strength, so life gave you weight. You asked for growth, so life gave you pressure. You asked for purpose, so life gave you pain to guide you there. We want miracles without the discomfort. We want breakthroughs without the breaking. But the struggle is the answer. It's not punishment. It's preparation. It's shaping you for the very thing you asked for. So don't curse the pressure. Don't wish away the pain. Ask yourself, what if this moment, this challenge, this storm, is the beginning of everything you prayed for? You're not being buried. You're being planted. And the deeper the struggle, the stronger the roots. Keep pushing. The answer is already unfolding.
You're just in the middle of becoming it. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's where clarity begins. You think rock bottom is where it all falls apart, but sometimes it's where everything finally comes together. When you hit the ground, there's no more pretending, no more distractions, no more lies you tell yourself just to keep moving. It's quiet down there, and in that silence you see what really matters. Not what people think, not what you lost, but what you still have, and what you never needed. Rock bottom isn't a dead end, it's a restart. It strips you down so you can rebuild without the lies, the noise, and the masks. You don't find clarity at the top, you find it when everything falls out from under you. That's when you start asking real questions. That's when direction shows up. When you've got nothing left to lose, you finally see what's worth fighting for. So if you're at the bottom, don't panic. Pause, listen, learn. This is not the end. It might be the clearest beginning you'll ever get.
The night you cried was the night you woke up. You remember that night? The one where the weight got too heavy? The one where you broke down, alone, and asked, why me? The tears wouldn't stop. The thoughts raced. You questioned everything. Now, what you didn't realize is, that was the night everything changed. That was the night you finally felt it all. And sometimes feeling is the first step to healing. That collapse, that was your soul waking up. That was the part of you that refuses to quit rising to the surface. You didn't just cry, you cracked open. You didn't just fall, you faced it. And in that facing, something new was born. The you that's still here, still standing, still trying. That night wasn't weakness. It was a beginning, a calling, a deep pull that whispered, this is not how your story ends. That's why you're still here. Because even in your darkest hour, something inside you decided to fight. You woke up. Don't forget that. Pain was never a wall, it was always a doorway. You thought pain was the thing stopping you, the barrier, the wall you couldn't get past. But what if it wasn't blocking the way? What if it was the way? Pain isn't a wall, it's a doorway. It doesn't show up to keep you out, it shows up to let you in, into a deeper level of strength, into a clearer sense of purpose, into the version of you that only shows up when everything else is stripped away. The struggle didn't stop you, it shaped you. Every hard moment, every heartbreak, every setback was leading you somewhere. But only if you stop running from it and start walking through it. You don't need to find another path. This is the path. The doorway is right in front of you, but you gotta stop seeing pain as punishment. It's not here to push you away from life. It's here to push you into life, into truth, into growth, into who you were always meant to become. Walk through. You paid in pain. Now make it worth something. Pain is a currency, and you've spent a lot. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment you felt like breaking but didn't, that was the cost. And if you paid that much, you better not walk away with nothing to show for it. You've already been through the fire. That was the investment. Now what's the return? What will you build from it? What will you change? Who will you help? What will you become? Don't let pain bankrupt you. Let it fund something bigger. Too many people suffer, then settle. They carry the weight but never use it. They survive the storm, but stay the same. That's not your path. You didn't go through what you did just to limp through life. You paid in pain. Demand a return. Build something that makes the pain count. Turn the scars into strength. Turn the loss into wisdom. You already paid the price. Now collect what it was meant to give you. Make the pain mean something. Don't waste what it cost. You suffered. Don't leave the scene empty-handed. You bled for this. You fought through nights that broke people. You held yourself together when everything around you was falling apart. So how could you even think about walking away empty-handed? How could you go through all that pain, all that pressure, and leave with nothing? No lessons, no change, no growth, no fire. That's the tragedy. Not the pain itself, but letting it pass without taking something from it. You were in the storm. Why not walk out with strength? You stood in the fire. Why not take the flame with you? You didn't go through all that just to survive. You went through it to become someone different, someone deeper, stronger, wiser. So don't leave the scene of your suffering with empty hands. Reach in and pull out the gold, the truth, the grit, the insight. Take something, because if you don't, the pain wins. And after everything you've endured, it doesn't get to win. You do. Some get buried by pain, others build with it. Pain doesn't choose what it becomes. You do. Same pain, same pressure. Two people. One gets buried, the other builds. One stays in the dark, the other uses it to rise. What's the difference? Choice. Not feeling, not background, not luck. Just the decision to do something with the hurt, to build with broken bricks, to rise with trembling hands. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to stop handing your power to the pain. You already have the pieces. The question is, what will you make with them? Let the pain build you. What did the pain teach you? What truth did it reveal? Don't rush past this question. Sit with it. Ask yourself, what did the pain reveal about you? About your strength, your fears, your patterns? Who showed up when you were hurting? Who disappeared? What lies did the pain expose? And what truth did it uncover? If you don't ask, you'll never answer. And if you never answer, you'll keep repeating. Pain is a seed. Plant it. Don't waste it. Pain was never meant to sit idle. It's a seed, and you can bury it in bitterness, or you can plant it with purpose. It can rot, or it can rise, but only if you do something with it. Growth starts the moment you stop resenting it and start using it. If you ignore it, it repeats. If you use it, it redeems. Pain that gets buried lives again. It cycles, it festers, but pain that's faced, named, and used, that pain redeems itself. Don't hide from it. Handle it, or it'll come back louder. Speak, write, build, move, but do not stay silent. Your pain has a voice. Use it. Speak truth. Write your story. Build what you needed. Move forward. Just don't stay quiet. Don't stay stuck. You've come too far. Let the pain speak through your actions. Let it mean everything. Transformation doesn't whisper, it roars. Transformation isn't gentle. It doesn't tiptoe in the room. It kicks the door off the hinges. Real change doesn't come with soft music and perfect timing. It comes with chaos, with noise, with pressure that pushes you to your knees. It tears things apart before it puts them back together. And yes, it hurts, because you're shedding old skin. You're breaking cycles. You're burning bridges that lead nowhere. This process, it's not polished. It's primal. It's loud. It roars through your routine and demands more of you. It strips away your comfort so it can reveal your capacity. Real growth doesn't whisper. It's not silent and neat. It's wild. It's raw. It screams in your ears. Change or stay stuck. And if you're feeling that roar, if your life feels loud, messy, and hard, you're not broken. You're breaking through. This is what becoming looks like. You don't walk into greatness quietly. You fight your way into it. You earn every inch with sweat, scars, and grit. Let the roar remind you, you're not finished. You're becoming. You want growth? Then expect friction, not applause. Everyone wants growth until they feel what it costs, until they realize it doesn't come with praise. It comes with pressure. It doesn't bring applause. It brings resistance. If you're chasing approval, don't expect transformation, because becoming someone new means letting go of who you've been. And people don't clap for that. They question it. Growth creates distance, friction, silence where there used to be noise. So if you're getting strange looks, losing friends, feeling misunderstood, good. That means you're on the right track. That means you're moving. Growth isn't easy. It's lonely. It's quiet. And it's full of moments where you wonder if it's even worth it. But let me tell you something. It is. Because you weren't made to stay the same.
You were made to evolve. So stop expecting comfort from the process. Stop needing a crowd to clap while you climb. Growth is hard. It's heavy. It's full of friction. But it's the only thing that makes the pain worth it. Keep going. Even if no one's cheering. Especially then. Just because it hurts doesn't mean you're lost. Pain can make you question everything. It clouds your mind. It shakes your identity. But hear this clearly. Just because it hurts doesn't mean you're off track. It might actually mean you're exactly where you need to be. Growth feels like pressure, like pulling muscles you've never used, like stretching into a version of yourself that's unfamiliar. Of course it hurts. You're outgrowing what no longer fits. You're not lost. You're leveling up. And yes, it's uncomfortable. But discomfort isn't failure. It's feedback. You're not broken. You're becoming. Before you rise, something has to die. You can't take everything with you into your next level. Some parts of you don't belong there. The habits, the doubts, the people who drain you, the stories you keep telling yourself about why you're not enough. They all have to go. Every rise starts with a release. You don't just grow, you let go. The next version of you is waiting, but it needs space. So what are you still holding on to that's holding you back? You don't rise by adding more. You rise by dropping what's been weighing you down. Let it die, then rise. The glow up is a breakdown. First, the truth no one tells you. The glow up starts with a mess. Not magic, not perfection. A breakdown. Tears, confusion, silence, distance. It looks like falling apart, but that's how the rebuilding begins. You don't glow because life got easy. You glow because you fought through the dark, and you didn't quit. You feel alone, but you're standing in a crowd of survivors. When you're hurting, it's easy to believe you're the only one, that no one else gets it, that somehow your pain is different, deeper, harder. But look around. You're not alone. You're standing in a silent crowd of survivors. People who've walked through storms and kept going. People who wear smiles by day and battle demons by night. You just can't see their scars because they've learned to carry them with strength. Pain has a way of isolating you, but that's an illusion. The truth is almost everyone is carrying something. Grief, regret, heartbreak, fear. So no, you're not weak. You're not broken beyond repair. You're human, and you're not walking through this alone. Others have been where you are and made it, and others will come after you and need you. You are not the only one in pain, but you might be the one who helps someone else survive theirs. Keep going. Everyone you admire has bled behind the curtain. Think of the people you look up to. The leaders, the fighters, the legends. You see their strength now, but what you don't see is the blood they spilled in private. The nights they almost quit. The failures that nearly broke them. No one rises without first falling. No one builds strength without first knowing struggle. The people you admire weren't born with thick skin. They earned it, and it wasn't applause that built them. It was pain. They've cried in silence. They've fought battles no one clapped for, and they kept moving. That's why they're admired, because they were immune, but because they endured. Don't let the highlight reels fool you. Everyone who's done something meaningful has walked through fire, and so will you. But that doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. The path to greatness isn't easy. It's earned through wounds, not wishes. You're bleeding? Good. That means you're still in the fight. You're not the only one who cried in the dark. You're not the only one who's felt lost at 3 a.m. You're not the only one who's laid awake replaying what went wrong. You're not the only one who's whispered, "I can't do this anymore." You're not the only one who's held tears in front of others, then fell apart when the door closed. You're not the only one.
There are millions who've wept in silence, who've smiled through pain, who've hidden their hurt because the world told them to be strong. But behind those quiet eyes, same fear, same weight, same ache. You're not alone in the dark. You're surrounded by silent warriors who've walked through it too and survived. So let that truth hold you tonight. You're not weak for feeling it. You're human for owning it. The night might feel long, but you're not the only one moving through it. and morning always comes. Keep holding on. Your scars are a bridge, not a burden. The scars you carry, they're not signs of failure. They're proof that you made it, that you walked through fire and lived to tell the story. But those scars aren't just for you. They're for someone else too. Someone who's still stuck in the pain you escaped. Someone who needs to see what survival looks like. Don't hide them. Don't cover them. Use them, because your scars don't make you damaged. They make you relatable, human, real, and they build bridges. Bridges to people who need hope, who need truth, who need to know healing is possible. What you went through wasn't meaningless. It gave you tools. It gave you wisdom. It gave you the voice someone else needs. So instead of seeing your pain as a weight, see it as a gift, a message, a map. Share it. Speak from it. Stand on it. Because the bridge you build with your scars might be the only way someone else finds their way home. You didn't just go through it. You grew through it. You've been telling the story like it was only suffering, like it was just something that happened to you. But stop and look again. You didn't just go through it. You grew through it. That pain shaped you. That struggle sharpened you. The very thing you thought would destroy you ended up developing a deeper version of you. It didn't just take, it taught. You didn't come out empty. You came out equipped with more awareness, more strength, more truth. You've been treating it like it was a setback, when really it was a setup. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. And no, it didn't feel like growth at the time. But most growth doesn't. It hurts. It stretches. It strips. But when the dust settles, you're left with roots you didn't have before. So reframe the past. You didn't just survive it. You grew through it. And now you're standing on the strength that pain built. Stop asking why me. Start asking what now. We've all asked it. Why me? It's a question that rises in the middle of heartbreak, loss, failure. But the truth is, it keeps you stuck. It circles around blame, around pain, around everything you can't control. And the longer you stay there, the longer you stay frozen. The shift happens when you stop asking why me and start asking what now. That's where power lives. That's where progress begins. Because you can't change what happened, but you can choose what happens next. You can choose to get bitter, or you can choose to get better. What now? Turns your pain into direction. It shifts your mind from the past to the path forward. It takes you out of the wound and into the work. So the next time you feel stuck, don't spiral. Pivot. Don't ask life to explain everything. Ask yourself what you're going to do with it. Pain happened. Now move forward with purpose. Flip the script. From victimhood to vision. Language is powerful. The words you speak shape how you see yourself and your future. Say I'm stuck, and you'll stay stuck. Say they ruined me, and you give your power away. Flip the script. You're not a victim. You're a vessel. Not broken. You're becoming. Not lost. You're learning. The pain you went through, it doesn't define you. It reveals you. It shows you what you're capable of. And if you keep repeating the old story of hurt, you keep reliving it. But when you flip the story, you flip the outcome. Change. I'll never be the same. Into I'll never be the same person. I'll be stronger. Turn I'm damaged into I'm developed. The shift isn't magic, it's mental. But once it happens, everything changes. You stop looking at your past with shame and start seeing it with vision. You stop waiting to be rescued and start choosing to rise. Flip the story. Change your life. You are not your pain. You are what you choose to do with it. You are not your worst day. You are not your trauma. You are not what they did to you. You are what you build from it. That pain may be part of your story, but it's not your name. Your identity isn't found in the suffering. It's found in the strength that followed. The choices you made to keep going. The decision to rise when everything told you to stay down. Pain is part of the process, but it's not the full picture. You get to choose what comes next. You get to choose how the story ends. That's your power. That's your responsibility. So don't wear the pain like a label. Wear it like a tool. Use it. Shape it. Let it fuel something greater. Because in the end, you're not defined by what hurt you. You're defined by how you healed, how you helped, and how you move forward. Stop replaying the story. It's time to rewrite it. Every time you replay the old story, the betrayal, the failure, the heartbreak, you keep yourself tied to a moment that already passed. You keep living in a chapter that's over. And here's the truth. Nothing new can grow when you're watering the past. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it changed you. But reliving it doesn't rewrite it. It repeats it. At some point you have to take the pen back. You have to stop rehearsing the pain and start writing the next chapter. Because your story isn't finished. It's just stuck. And the only way to move forward is to write forward. So change the story. Shift the focus. Stop saying this is what broke me. And start saying this is what built me. You are the author now. The past happened, but the future, that's still blank. And it's waiting for you to write something worth living for. Pain is a prison, but only if you refuse to leave. Pain locks you in, but only if you let it. It can feel like a cage, like you'll never break free. But here's the catch. The door is open, always has been. The prison isn't made of bars, it's made of beliefs. The belief that you'll never heal, that you deserved what happened, that it's too late to change. And the longer you stay, the more comfortable the pain starts to feel. But comfort isn't freedom, it's just familiar. And familiar can still kill your future. You're not locked in, you're just standing still. You're waiting for something to change, when the key has been in your hand the whole time. Stepping out won't be easy, but neither is staying stuck. Choose hard that leads to healing, not hard that keeps you hurting. The prison ends the moment you say, I'm done living here. Don't wait, don't wonder, walk out. Pain is a visitor, don't let it sign a lease. Pain will come knocking, it always does, but it was never meant to move in. It shows up, teaches you something, shakes you up, and then it's supposed to go. But too often we invite it to stay. We let it settle in, rearrange the furniture, and live rent-free in our minds. And before we know it, the pain becomes the story, the identity, the atmosphere. But it doesn't have to. You can feel pain without becoming it. You can honor what happened without letting it own you. Pain is a visitor, not a permanent resident. So stop treating it like a tenant. Feel it, face it, learn from it, and then show it the door. You've got more life to live. Don't let pain overstay its welcome. You can rise or you can rot, but you can't do both. Let's be real. This is a choice. You can rise or you can rot, but you can't do both. You can't talk about healing while clinging to bitterness. You can't dream of change while feeding the same wounds every day. Either you grow or you decay. There's no neutral. The pain already came. That part wasn't up to you. But what happens next, that's all you. Will you stay where it broke you, or rise from where it pushed you? This isn't about pretending it didn't hurt. It's about refusing to let that hurt be the end of your story. Rise doesn't mean easy. It means movement. It means fight. It means saying, this isn't how it ends. So decide, stand up, take the first step. You've got too much inside you to waste another day, rotting in a season that's already over. Rise. This pain has a purpose. Don't you dare waste it. You didn't survive all of that for nothing. The nights you broke, the moments you questioned if you'd ever make it, the losses, the silence, the fire. That wasn't just pain. It was purpose in disguise. You were being molded, stripped of what wasn't you, strengthened for what's ahead. And now you have a choice. Leave that pain behind like it never happened, or use it. Don't let it be a wound that just lingers. Make it a weapon, a tool, a message. Someone out there needs the strength you bled for. Don't waste the pain by going quiet. Don't numb it. Don't hide it. Let it mean something. Let it move something. You paid in pain. Now it's time to give it purpose. Don't you dare let what broke you go unused. Don't you dare let it die with you. Turn it into power. Turn it into light. This pain has a purpose. Don't you waste it. Your pain is the ink. Now write the legacy. Everything you've been through, that's your ink. Every scar, every battle, every broken moment, they filled the pen that's in your hand right now. What are you going to write with it? What are you going to create from all the pieces you had to pick up? Because this is your chance to turn the suffering into something solid, to turn the hurt into a legacy. You don't need a perfect past to write a powerful future. You just need courage to own it. The
page is blank, and your pain is full of stories that someone else needs to hear. You're not here to just survive it. You're here to scribe it. You're here to scribe it. Not just for you, but for those who are still silent, still stuck, still waiting for proof that healing is possible. So write it loud, write it raw. Let the world know you were here, and the pain didn't win. You did. You've come too far to give nothing back. After everything you fought through, how could you stay silent? How could you not turn around and pull someone else forward? You didn't come this far just to breathe easy. You came this far to reach back, to lead, to pour out what was poured into you through pain. This journey you're on isn't just about you. It's about what you do with what you've learned. Too much was taken from you for you to walk away without giving something back. Your strength wasn't meant to be stored. It was meant to be shared. Someone is drowning in what you already survived. Someone is walking the road you barely crawled out of. And you're the proof that survival is real. That the fire didn't end you, it made you. So don't waste the gift of that fight. Don't let the victory stay small. You've come too far to keep it to yourself. Let the world feel what the fire made you become. You didn't walk through that fire just to hide the glow. You didn't survive the storm just to stay silent. You are not who you were before the pain, and that's the point. You became someone through it, someone deeper, someone stronger, someone forged in pressure, built in silence, empowered by purpose. Now it's time to let the world feel it. Let them see the light in your eyes that darkness couldn't dim. Let them hear the voice that pain tried to silence. Let them feel the fire, not the one that burned you, but the one you built from it. The fire that now fuels your steps, your work, your purpose. You didn't survive to blend in, you survived to ignite. So walk into the world with boldness. Speak from your scars, move with meaning, because you're not just healed, you're reborn. Let them feel what the fire made you